He might be red and made of metal, but he's not Iron Man. He's Ironhide. Let's take a look at the new Siege toys. Alright guys, so today on this Shoky Transformers review, we're going to be looking at War for Cybertron Siege Deluxe Class Ironhide. And of course Ironhide's not in his box anymore right now, but of course you saw that earlier. And guys, in case you don't know, I have been doing out-of-the-box reviews and initial thoughts for my patrons. So if you're interested in that, by all means, go sign up for the Patreon. Become a patroneer. So we got Takara Tomy logo, Generations logo, Transformers logo, Siege logo right there. Of course, it's not. Let me get autofocus set up. I'm trying a whole new camera thing here, so things are going to be a little bit different, guys, so just bear with me. So we've got Ironhide there. We got the logo on the inside. Siege Cybertron Hasbro. Come around here. You've got all the everybody in this wave. Come back here. You've got Ironhide transforms in 14 easy steps. Oh, I say easy, not necessarily easy. Actually, this guy's. And then you got Battle Masters. That's one of the new ones right there. Battle Masters, weapons, all the things. Come to the bottom, you got nothing. Come to this side, you've got a nice drawing of Ironhide with his missile gun thing. Now, kind of like with Soundwave, you do get a secret thing here, but it's not a secret mode, so you just get the symbol of icon, and you do get the hidden code, which is right there. Don't know what it means or anything like that. Maybe it just says Ironhide. I'm not too sure. Oh, I don't think anybody knows just yet. But you've got Deluxe Class, Clase Deluxe, Clase de Lujo, and Clase Deluxe. So that's it for the box. So let's go ahead and get him out here and see how cool Ironhide is. Alright guys, so here we have Deluxe Class Ironhide in his Cybertronian van mode. And he looks pretty cool. I dig him. He's mostly molded in plastic with some gold paint here, some silver dry brushing, silver paint there to look like windows. You got his nice clear windshield there with totally visible head syndrome there. And you've got Autobot logo there, and what I don't have is autofocus. So there we go. And you've got these cool bumper mounted guns, or perhaps you've just got cool bumper vents. I don't actually know. Got some nice headlights there, some paint. I think it's all painted actually. Some white and some like dark gray. Looks pretty good. You've got his his number right there. Hold on, I've got to I have to keep hitting auto focus. You've got his gun, which plugs in any of the 5mm ports. We'll look at that more in robot mode later. Hold on. Okay, so I got to figure out exactly what to do with this new recording app. Things are a little bit wonky. I wish autofocus would work, because that would be incredibly useful. Either way. So he does roll, like he should. That's pretty good. The one disappointing thing about this guy is the fact that his wheels are not painted in any way, shape, or form. They're just plastic pinned in wheels. I might actually paint him down the line, or just the wheels. Everybody else so far has had painted wheels, as we'll see right now. With Sideswipe and Hound and Optimus Prime. So there you go. So he fits in pretty good. He's actually pretty big for a deluxe. I mean, you got to think Prime is a Voyager, and he's easily as long. So that's actually pretty cool. I digs it. Okay. And here he is next to Wally. Whoop-de-doo. Now, one thing I don't have is any other versions of an Ironhide to look at, but I'm going to remedy that fairly soon, hopefully. Now, one cool thing he can do, as I said with the weapon, you can actually arm this guy up. He's actually pretty cool. So part of the transformation, but gimmick as well, is that the sides can open up. And you've got even more pegs. So if you've got Battle Masters or other weapons or whatever, so like say take his gun, you can totally plug that in there. Let's take Prime's gun and we can plug it in over here. You know, so he can really arm up. And if you've got some other ones that can plug in at the end, you can plug things in there as well. So, I mean, he's pretty cool battle van. Paint him yellow and green, and you can make him a turtle van. Okay, so, since we've already got him sort of beginning to transform, that's our first steps. We'll just do that. So, open those up. Come up here to these side panels and just pop them loose. They just lightly peg in. And, yeah, these things fall off super easy. That one actually is very, very easy. And just kind of give a little bit of a bend there. Split the legs. Fold those in. And then you want to unpeg. Oops, hold on. Always got to move up a little bit mid-transformation. Go ahead and pop this front bumper loose. That allows you to do pretty much everything from here on out. And you've got a big rotation joint there. Just swing the whole body around. And then there's a tab that'll click into place right about there. So you've got mostly an Ironhide there. Leave these down. You just got a hinge right there. Split the arms. Drop that down. Drop that down. Kind of peeling him like a banana. Straighten those arms. And there you go. I'm just kidding. Go ahead and open up the windshield like so. There is a tab here and a hole there. And you'll just sort of tab there. And, oh, actually, sorry, I forgot. The bumper has to close first, then tab that in. My bad. Now you can do one of two things, like most people have pointed out with reviewing this. You can just close the windshield like that, giving them a fairly flat chest. Or you've got some slots right there and a ridge right here. Just bend at this double joint. And make it work. And gives a little bit more dimension. And there you go. You got a cool looking Ironhide. Now you can take these panels and make sure you put them back on, or you leave them off, whatever. There is a little tab right there and a slot on the side there. This will just basically turn into wheel covers, if we're honest. Not to be confused with hubcaps. Because wheel covers is another term for hubcaps, if one doesn't know that. And it's pretty cool. For my first version of an Ironhide, I really do dig him. And he's a good size. So here he is with Sideswipe and Hound and Primer. And drop down just a little bit here so you can see he's almost a head, actually definitely a head taller than Sideswipe, a little bit taller than Hound, and still looks up to Prime quite a bit. So that's actually pretty good. Now, because I'm shooting this out of order, because I've forgotten how to do things in the 2 minutes I've been playing with this new camera settings. Okay, so we've got just what I thought was a ball joint. It moves up and down just a little bit, so maybe it is. It's just pretty limited. On this nice head sculpt and this nice painted face. He's got some blue eyes, silver painted face, and his kind of Spartan-esque head crest going on there. Shoulder articulation, he's got some up and down, just limited by what's going on back here. I wish there was a little bit more friction there. This shoulder does not stay up. This one does. There's enough friction there. So this one is very loose. Does rotate all around. Does have that pin joint right there. Kind of wish I knew where the heck my auto focus was. I'm probably not going to shoot with this camera anymore. It does have bicep rotation, mushroom peg right there. You can totally see it all. Single jointed elbow, good for 90 degrees. Rotating wrist, which is always good. Can rotate at the waist, no kind of ab crunch, just there's your hip bend. So he can kick forward that far. He can kick all the way back. He can definitely do a good Jean-Claude when his arms aren't in the way. There we go. You can go more than perfect. So that's kind of scary. You do get thigh rotation. Can't go all the way around, but like with a Gundam, why would you? Single jointed knee, good for just over 90. Don't really need too much more. The sculpt actually looks pretty good. You don't lose anything. It's a little hollow back here, but whoop-de-doo. In fact, he's very hollow on the back here. All right, the ankles have massive rockers, but no swivel. So you've got no foot articulation except that he can do that number. And he can look, let's kick some Decepti-bums. And I don't know how I never realized that he was voiced also by Peter Cullen. It's almost the same voice. I don't know how I missed it. Okay, so here's his gun. Once again, it's molded in the same gray as most of his body, and then hit with so much dry rubbing that it almost turned into something new. So the whole surface almost is got some nice highlighted silver bits. Looks a lot better than most of what he does. Honestly, this wouldn't look too bad if all of his silver bits were done this way. He's got red paint just around that edge. The missiles themselves don't have any paint. They just highlight nicely with anything else going on there. And he does hold it like so. So he's either got to hold it off to one side, or you got to straighten the arm out completely. And he can do this number like an over the shoulder bazooka, or if you want to, you can plug it in right there and give him that look right there, or of course any other peg. Now it does actually have a cool feature. You notice it's got some other pegs there, so he can hold it this way for when he wants to shoot up or carry his weapon around. Or maybe it's because it's also a hammer of doom. Look at that. It's also a hammer. It's pretty cool. Though I probably would never use this one. I prefer this one, which just makes all the butt of the gun actually a handle for the hammer. I dig it. I digs it a lot. That looks cool. So yeah. It's actually very, very cool. Ironhide. Now, of course, if you've got either 6-gun or Cog, you can totally armor him up. He's got holes in the feet, he's got arms or holes on the sides, everything like that. I haven't picked up either of those things. I don't know if I will. Honestly, they're cool characters, but I don't think I need them. 6-gun is actually pretty neat, but I don't know if I need him. So really, there's not a whole lot else to do. Wait, bring in one of his wave mates with Soundwave. So obviously Soundwave's Voyager. He's a deluxe. He's a big deluxe, but he's a deluxe nonetheless. So let's get him out. But yeah, guys. Final thoughts wise, he's actually a good figure. I dig him. I dig him a lot. I still want to get Prowl. I don't really have a need for Chromia because I don't have any of the other fembots from the line. So I'm not too concerned with her. She's a cool looking figure. I just don't need her. 6-gun is a maybe. Starscream is a maybe just because I really, really don't like the look of him. Maybe once the rest of the Seekers come out, I'll change my mind, especially when they get to Skywarp. I might get the Skywarp just for that reason. But as for Ironhide, definitely worth it. And because he does, like I showed off already, tower over previous deluxes, I dig it. I dig it a lot. So yeah. And of course, hopefully down the line, I'll get even some of the bigger bots. I'm still looking forward to getting Ravage and Laserbeak, and just have not been able to find them. Probably won't for quite some time. Oh, and just as a quick thing, they did all the dry brushing down here on the feet, which I really don't dig. I don't think that this was not worth it. Like, he has, like, the stuff here on the front bumpers, sure. The stuff back here on the feet, it makes no sense. And not to mention, it's going in a direction that really doesn't qualify as much. So, if I can, I'm going to clean that off because it's on a non-painted surface. It'll probably be worth it. But yeah. But guys, if you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. If you have not, make sure you check out the Patreon or the Shoky store if you want to actually see some stuff ahead of time. Like my patrons actually got to see this probably almost a full month before you regular guys. And they also got the out-of-the-box initial review and looking at the figure and some other cool stuff, just like they did with Soundwave. So go check that out if you are interested in helping support the channel. Every little bit totally will help. And now that I'm making more content just for those guys, hopefully I can get even more support. But I'll see you guys later. And remember, as always, but Prime